Hello and welcome back to Crochet with Mary, and today I'm just going to give you a few tips and going to show you some of the stitches that are most regularly used when we are making our crochet projects. So what I've got here today is some Alize Superlana Classic yarn, and this is it's a 75% acrylic with 25% of wool, and on the label you can see it gives you the washing instructions of the yarn and the size of the hook or knitting needles that you would use. Now this is telling me that I should use a 4mm hook, and that is the one I would normally use, but for the demonstration today I'm using a 4.5mm hook, just so that you can see the stitches a bit more clearly. And this is a clover hook, and for those of you who've watched my videos in the past, you know that these are my favourite hooks and that I find it really easy to crochet with them. So for a start, I'm just going to go back through the making a chain and going into the chain with your first stitches. So first of all, we're going to make our slip knot, and again you can make your slip knot any way you like, and then I'm just going to chain 11, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there I've got my 11 chains, and to make sure that I've got the correct number when I'm counting them, I'm counting each of those loops. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Can you see where it's a V? That is each of the chains where the V is. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you first of all how to do a double crochet and how to start our first row. And we start by going into the second chain from the hook. So this is the second chain from the hook, and we put our yarn through the chain, our hook through the chain, and pull our yarn through, yarn over and pull through 2, and that's our first double crochet. We then move on to our next one, and as you can see, if I pull that apart, that's my first stitch done. So this is where I'm going to put my second one. So it's hook through the chain, pull it through, yarn over, and I'm just going to take that back because that's just a little, that first stitch there's a little slack. So I'm just going to do that again. So it's hook through, pull your yarn through, yarn over and pull through 2. You can see that's where my last stitch was, is where you get that join to your stitch. So I'm going into the next chain to that. So yarn through, hook through. I don't know why I keep saying yarn. For those who know me, you'll understand why I say things a bit wrong sometimes. And then again, you can see you've got that gap. So we're going to go into the chain next to it. And I'm going to go all the way along. Try to keep your starting chain quite loose so that it's easy for you to see where you should be going into next. And this is what, in my classes, what I think most people find difficult is doing this very first row. And it is difficult. I think it's difficult for people that have even been crocheting a long time sometimes, just to make sure that you're going through that right chain. And I'm just going to count my stitches now. So, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I've got 10 stitches, and that's exactly what I should have, because when we did our chain, we went into the second loop of our chain. So I've now got my 10 stitches, and I'm going to turn my work around. And again, sometimes people find this difficult to know which stitch they should be going into. The stitch that you should be going into is your very first one, which is this. So let me show you. So we're going into the very first stitch with a double crochet, and again a double crochet is hook through, pull your yarn through, yarn over, pull through 2, and that's our first stitch. And then we carry on along doing our double crochets into each stitch. And it's really important that at the beginning you do count your stitches so that you're making sure that you've got the correct amount of stitches all the time. So that's 3, 4, 5, and I'm now going to leave you here. So we've now, I hope that's helped you with that foundation row and how to do a double crochet. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon with our next stitch. Bye for now.